What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, and I'm here to share my insights of the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors, man. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like button for the YouTube algorithm. Do not forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's get into this, man. We got to talk about what's going on with the market. You know, a lot of people are wondering why our prices continuing to rise, and we'll talk about that. So first off, come join our private investment community here on Facebook, Private Stock Market Game. Here you can learn and grow with over 6,000 of our active members who are investing each and every day. So tap in with us. I also share some of my free alerts inside that group. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at DecemberDeMarco to make sure you get access in there. Now, I was just taking a look at Satoshi's page, you know, just getting an update on, if Satoshi retweeted anything, and it says, yeah, they're following SHIB army. So FTX takes aims at $300 billion luxury goods market and hires basically Lauren Remington Platt to work on partnerships with luxury and fashion brands. So we're gonna start seeing, you know, more integration with clothing brands and crypto. So, you know, be prepared to start to see, we have the athleisure, line. We got, all different types of lines. I think we might see something new forming here. Not sure exactly, but this sounds like it could be the beginning of something new. So let's take a look and continue to go through some updates of what's happening in the market. So Texas Senator Ted Cruz says he is so bullish on Bitcoin because it is decentralized and uncontrollable. So keep that in mind. That's the senator of Texas, basically letting people know that he's bullish. With him saying that, endorsing Bitcoin, more and more senators, more and more politicians will, if they haven't already learned the possibilities of Bitcoin, they'll start to learn about it, become even more bullish, and that's when we start to see policies pushed and more massive adoption take place. Now, right now with the situation in Ukraine, cryptocurrency is, looking prime right now because it's an alternative to the banking system. So we seen Putin and over there in Russia restrict bank withdrawals for regular people, if I'm not mistaken, to $20 or less. So that means the max you can withdraw is $20 over there in Russia. And I believe I just seen an article as well that said Ukraine suspended withdrawals from the bank. So crypto is needed more than ever right now, and now we're getting a chance, to put crypto on that stage to perform like it's been, promoted that it could be. Like in case something like this ever happened, crypto was supposed to be there in place to, keep everything flowing, and we're starting to see, basically people find that belief and put their money in crypto because the markets are looking nice right now. So, overall for the day. So just in, Bored Ape 1837 was purchased for 569 ETH. That's $1.4 million, y'all. So almost 1.5 million. People are still spending a lot of money. The markets are down, but people are accumulating, assets still. Smart money is buying these assets on a discount. So, of course, from their all-time highs, we're down over, almost 50% where we were at one point. But that's what we see. There's cycles. There's an impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. That's just how it is. It'll always be like that. So, you want to buy the dip or the correction and then, sell it high during the impulse. So, just in, Ukrainian crypto exchange Kuna has more than tripled its volume since Friday. So that shows us right now, there that people are moving over into trying to put their money somewhere else safe versus just leaving it inside of the banks. They have to, because people aren't going to feel crypto is really about to take off. With situations like this boiling, crypto has no choice but to take back off because it's legit. Its purpose is, we're just at that point in time where the dollar is too centralized. Traditional currency is too centralized right now. And we need to step away from that, to put the power back in the hands of the people to be able to, have more power over our money. That's what it's about at the end of the day. If you can have millions of dollars in the bank, but if you can't withdraw it when you want it, it's kind of like, is it your money? So donations for Ukraine have surpassed $1 million. Also, Ukrainian NGO received $3 million worth of Bitcoin from a single donor. Also, Flexpool, one of the largest Ethereum mining pools, is halting all services in Russia. Just in, Japanese internet company Rakuten has launched its own NFT marketplace. Just in, EU will be freezing the assets of Russia's president Putin and foreign minister Lavrov. Also, Apple Pay and Google Pay halt support for Russian banks. Just in, 4 million in Bitcoin has been donated to the National Guard of Ukraine. Now here's an article that I thought was important to read real quick. So let's just go into this. Are Ukraine Russia investors involved in Bitcoin's $40,000 jump? So it is difficult to ignore the financial market during an ongoing geopolitical event that the situation in Ukraine is getting worse by the hour. And the crypto markets have continued to demonstrate a reaction over the past 24 hours. The charts were peculiarly positive. Bitcoin registered a spike of 11.5% over the past 30 hours, reaching a high of $40,000 from 34. So that was a nice dip right there. We called that out. We found that support area, and that, was likely to, pump after that point. So, however, during the same period, Russia's invasion of Ukraine took a dire turn as attacks were reported near the capital city of Kyiv. Hence, it was unclear what may have caused market recoveries. Now the question remains, is this period of recovery sustainable? Recovery or volatility? Choose your reason. A consolidation near the $40,000 mark is pretty for Bitcoin, but the larger picture should not be ignored. Since February 10th, Bitcoin is still down by 17% at press time, and yesterday's recovery did little to alter the bearish downtrend. So here's that trend line showing since since mid-November 2021 till where we are now, and plotted out till April, and just showing that over time. So we called that nice little pop right there that we seen come in, and they're just showing an overall picture of how it really isn't doing much for the overall, where we're down from November. But I call that we should be seeing, all our indicators call that, the price should be picking up, that smart money should be stepping in. But overall, look at this downtrend that we're still in. It still points that we might go back down to a $30,000 Bitcoin eventually. So, that's what we have to be careful for. You can play and day trade, or, swing trade around those areas if you can buy key support levels and sell it, at resistance levels, or, just buy low, sell high, making money, but just want to be careful. So hence, it is important to analyze the prevalent factor, then price charts, Q volatility. A fickle market is a constant reminder that geopolitical events cannot be predicted, and right now, the collective financial sector is the prime example. However, there are a few key examples that may ease investors' anxiety. Back in March 2020, it was observed that cryptocurrency markets recovered fast from the pandemic crash. After the initial shock wore down, the price rebound was impressive. Now, according to the BlackRock's Global Risk Indicator, the intensity of the pandemic and the current war conflict is fairly similar, as observed in the chart below. So one thing I told y'all yesterday in yesterday's video, that even though the prices were falling, I said the price, or all this conflict we're seeing, this, all this FUD, all, the war, Russia, Ukraine, it's already been priced in. That's something that the market does instantly. Remember, there's algorithms using this, scouring the internet for different news articles and, gauging the sentiment of it and analyzing that data into trading algorithms. And, bots are making decisions based on this information. So it gets priced in fairly quick, depending on the size of it. But over like a day or two, that news will be priced into the market already. So you don't have to sit there and wonder, will it drop significantly after that point? It would have to be a new catalyst, something new, to a new extreme would have to happen to bring it down, to drop it in another major way, quickly, how we just seen it, happen. But therefore, it isn't beyond reason that Bitcoin can and may recover quickly from the current situation as well. For a complete outlook, let us gauge traditional market dependence and correlation. So Bitcoin and SPX correlation, pulling strings. The market takes 47 days on average to recover after an armed conflict. The strong correlation between the SPY and Bitcoin shows that they'll recover together if things escalate. So that's just something I wanted y'all to pay attention to, and always get more information of the overall market of what's going on and how it can affect the markets. But also it says President Biden has cut off Russia's largest bank and will block 4 more major Russian banks. Okay, so we already talked about that yesterday, the sanctions and things like that. So now let's get into a quick price check. 4.7% right now on the day. We got Bitcoin up to $39,651, up 3%. ETH is at 2,800, absolutely pumping right now, up 7.4%. Let's go. We got BNB up to 382, up 4.85%. XRP up 10% on the day. Congratulations to y'all that bought that dip. You're up nicely. Cardano, we got it at 91 cents, 7.5% up for the day. Now the markets are pumping right now. I told y'all that information has been priced in. We found the bottom, and the smart money will step in at the bottom. It doesn't matter what's happening. There are day traders that are going to trade no matter what. They don't care what's going on. They're trading, making money. So Doge is sitting at 12.96, that up 4.67% on the day. We got Shiba Inu at the 25.35 level, up 5% on the day. Let's take a look at the chart. It's everything's looking nice right now. Let's take a look at relative strength index. Okay, so now looking at the chart on the day chart, our indicators, especially if you were paying attention to what we were, tracking, it touched that lower Bollinger Band. Remember, I told y'all when we see the price touch that lower Bollinger Band or wick down into the lower Bollinger Band, that's a good time to not be afraid, but actually buy that dip. Because once the price wicks back up or it shoots back up, look what happens. That's a nice little gain right there. From it whipped down to the 20s, and now we're back at the 25s. So if you'd have caught it at the 20s, back to where we are right now, that would have been a nice little movement. You'd have felt good about that. So we're seeing some resistance on the RSI in this area. We got bearish candles forming. This is like a bear shooting star candle. It's showing that it wants to push down and come back down here towards this lower Bollinger Band. So you might see, it did what it did right here. We've seen the price. If we zoom in, we can actually see buyers came in. The price opened here. Sellers tried to push it down early, and buyers, completely pushed the price up throughout the day. And then by the end of the day, sellers took off about half of the movement that buyers were able to, make, and brought it back down. You got to pay attention to this candlestick. So you see this thin line right here. This is called the wick. So it shows us that we can actually see the movement, the buys and sales right here. We can see that the buyers pushed the price up to the top of this wick, and the sellers sold off and let this candle close right here where we see this happening. So we can see who had more strength during this time frame. It was actually, yes, buyers won during this time frame, but selling pressure is extremely heavy right here, and it's likely to continue if we see more resistance right here and we don't see any good catalysts come in. This was the pump that we seen, so it could potentially taper off if we get some good hype with a lot of these countries that are in turmoil right now, or at war right now. They more of their citizens start to move to crypto to protect some of their assets, but there's kind of that block on the banks right now where they can't withdraw more than $20. So I'm not sure how they'll be able to move a lot of funds right now. So it might take a little process. We might see a little pull back. That's just me predicting, just playing chess with the situation. We might see it come back a little bit because we seen the fear get priced in. We seen the money that was available come in right now. That's what we're seeing here. Now we may see, some people try to jump in tomorrow and keep it going, and their money get taken off the table as we trade back down towards that lower Bollinger Band around that 20 level again, around the 22 level, until we see buyers step back in or we get some type of catalyst to push the price. But that's all we got for this video. If you don't understand how to do technical analysis and just make better informed decisions, I highly recommend you reach out to me via email to get my technical analysis course. I'm having a discount. You do not want to miss this. if there's anything that you want to do to take your, investing and trading to the next level, I highly recommend this course. I got a lot of students. You can check my testimonials inside the group if you're inside a private stock market game, or even go on Instagram at DecemberDeMarco. You can see some of my students made millions of dollars using this same information that I'm teaching y'all inside of this course. So, don't sell yourself short. Do right by your money, and educate yourself. Take it serious, so that way you can, stop wasting money with mistakes and just, get the information you need and become a better informed investor from that point on. So that's all we got. DecemberDeMarco@gmail.com if you're interested in a technical analysis course, or my stock options trading course, or my crypto 101 course. It's all available right now on discount. But email me, and we are